I want to welcome you guys on behalf of on behalf of Mission Advancement and Movement DFW. My name is Yuri Kriel. I'm the acting CEO for Movement DFW. And I believe if you are doing His work through your ministry, if you're interested in faith and fundraising, then what you are doing is you are making the heavenly realities a reality on earth. Whether you're doing poverty alleviation or church planting or taking young people on Christian camps, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're raising funds for, I want to tell you, raising money is a spiritual activity. So
I guess simply put, the state of fundraising is it's alive and well. And it looks like more people gave than ever before. Okay, so on what scale are we talking about here? It looks like giving may have gone up 10.5%, 10.6%. Now, if these figures truly prove to be accurate, it will represent the greatest growth in giving in the history of America in a single year, meaning it will have grown about $50 billion, which is about what philanthropy was in 1980 when I started in this industry.
It's a little different perspective when you look at a donor as an investor and you say, they have invested in our kingdom work. As such, they are expecting a return on their investment.
Letting them know that you are listening to them, you care about them, you want to know why they gave, what is their interest, and then you're leading them deeper and deeper into becoming a more missional donor.
What I have come to understand is the same work we do on the streets of loving people and listening well and helping them be who God has made them to be is the exact same work we're doing with donors. And that has been transformative for me.
As far as retention is concerned, the first 90 days are critical. So the first 90 days after a person gives their first gift to you, you need to be doing something with them. Oftentimes we're like, oh, well, that's great that they gave, I'm gonna leave them alone. That's the absolute worst thing you do, because really what you want to do is you want to get that second gift.
It's about, everybody gives for a reason. Now, and sometimes multiple reasons. They gave you a gift during the pandemic and said, use this where you most need it. Then it's incumbent on you to come back to them and say, thank you. That's the greatest kind of gift. Let me show you where we actually used it. And that you will exceed their expectations. And I promise you, there will be nothing close to donor fatigue creeping in with that relationship.
And it really is ministry, right? Like when you take them off a pedestal and they're just people, and we think about how we love them well and how we connect the heart of the donor to the heart of the mission, there's just so much joy in this experience. And
so I would say never start a new program, a new strategy, a new email campaign, a new whatever it might be event without understanding at the outset, how will I evaluate this on the back end? And there are a lot of ways to evaluate it, and it doesn't always have to be money, but you just need to understand, why are we doing this activity and how are we going to look at it at the backside to judge its success?
Where you have got to come to is this is God's work, and He is the provider, and He is using us to distribute the provision. He is using our sweat and our hard work and our devotion to what we do in order to do His work for His glory.
First of all, if there was any doubt that fundraising is a ministry, there it is. And it's so refreshing to hear. And thank you. People are nowhere close to giving everything that they can. So there is not a limit of resources. Now, that doesn't mean that a donor doesn't give everything she or he can, but most have much more capacity to give.
Press on. Don't cower back. It's about the mission that God has called you to more than it is whatever the headwind is that is pushing you back.
Put your mission front and center. Unapologetically ask for support, and don't back away because you think the ministry next door is going after the same donor base.